Hello, and welcome once again to Dracula, but in Baltimore, and a fish tank. Today we are going to hear from a transcription of Dr. Seward's diary. In parentheses under that, it says kept in phonograph, which is interesting because that seems like a very modernish thing to do. It's dated May 25th and begins, ebb tide in appetite today. Cannot eat, cannot rest, so diary instead. Since my rebuff of yesterday, I have a sort of empty feeling. Nothing in the world seems of sufficient importance to be worth the doing. As I knew that the only cure for this sort of thing was work, I went down amongst the patients. I picked out one, and that's really kind of a horrifying mentality of, I can't concentrate, so I'm just going to go pick out a crazy person so that I can take my mind off of my troubles. I picked out one who has afforded me a study of much interest. He is so quaint in his ideas and so unlike the normal lunatic that I have determined to understand him as well as I can. Today I seem to get nearer than ever before to the heart of his mystery. I questioned him more fully than I had ever done, with a view to making myself master of the facts of his hallucination. And by hallucination, he probably means delusion, but this is taking place at a time before Freud or any of the theories that Freud came up with were really out there in the public eye. In my manner of doing it, there was, I now see, something of cruelty. I seem to wish to keep him to the point of his madness, a thing which I avoid with the patients as I would the mouth of hell. Mem, under what circumstances would I not avoid the pit of hell? Omnia Rome vernalia sunt. Hell has its price. Verb sap. If there be anything behind this instinct, it will be valuable to trace it afterwards, accurately. So I had better commence to do so. Therefore, R.M. Renfield. And here's a word that I'm unfamiliar with. It is the A and the T stuck together. T-A-T. 59. So he's saying approximately 59 years old. Sanguine temperament. And again, at this time, words like sanguine and phlegmatic, that was going back to this old idea that we had these, quote, humors in our body, and that determined our temperament. So sanguine temperament, he's ruled by his blood. Great physical strength, morbidly excitable, periods of gloom ending in some fixed idea which I cannot make out. I presume that the sanguine temperament itself and this disturbing influence end in a mentally accomplished finish. A possibly dangerous man, probably dangerous if unselfish. In selfish men, caution is as secure an armor for their foes as for themselves. What I think on this point is, when self is the fixed point, the centripetal force is balanced with the centrifugal. When duty, a cause, etc., is the fixed point, the latter force is paramount, and only accidents or a series of accidents can balance it. And that ends right there. It's interesting. I'm not sure I can fully understand it, however. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope to see you again soon.